Alright, ladies and gentlemen, you guys saw it from the thumbnail, saw it from the title. We have the top 5, yes, the top 5 greatest Chicano hood films of all times. Coming from a Chicano, they're kind of universal. There was a few of them that, I wanted to slide in, but these are hood films. Shout out to Selena, Born in East LA, Empire, Carlitos Way. Those are a little bit different, Raza, but those didn't make the cut. Those are all great movies, especially ones like Vatos Locos, Mission District. Shout out to all those. Those are kind of B flicks, but those didn't make the cut. I'm talking the biggest of the big. The ones everybody's heard of. Like it or not, they're always the top Chicano films. Number 1 on the list, we have Blood In, Blood Out, Bound by Honor. Had to do it. As much as it is a movie, it's only based on true events and it's a lot of fiction. Everybody loves Blood In, Blood Out. Chicano U-turn. I mean, I don't think that there's a Chicano in the United States that hasn't seen that movie. I don't want his apple. I want his life. It's a classic movie. Everybody knows lines from it. Everybody's heard of it. I'd have to say, number 1 on that list, like I said, Blood In, Blood Out. Number 2, which came into a very close tie with Bound by Honor, with Blood In, Blood Out, it's gonna be, of course, American Me. Don't look at me, little puppy. Don't look at me. And that movie actually costed a few people their lives. Believe it or not, if you guys look into it, they really pissed off the Mexican mafia on that movie. Shout out to Edward James Olmos, a little backsetting in East LA. That's another one that every Chicano, especially from California, has heard of, knows lines from, ruffled a lot of feathers, So that's number 2 on the list. Number 3, we have Mi Vida Loca. Ay, 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 ay. Yes, Mi Vida Loca. A classic about people growing up in an inner city neighborhood of Echo Park. The Echo Parqueños, kind of about the woman set, the woman Echo Parqueñas. Almost every Raza member will tell you, one of the higher seller movies of the 90s, So we got number 3, Mi Vida Loca. Number 4, we have, of course, Colors. The reason why I threw Colors on the list, even though they have a lot of Africanos, they got the Bloods and the Crips, they got a 22nd Street, and they got all the Cholos in there. Frog, it is a Cholo movie, again, 21st Street, Frog, and all them, Primera, I believe they're all in Colors. That was my Pac-Man. That was my cousin's face you spray painted. We've all heard it. We've all seen it. And this one as a number tie, I'll go ahead and tell you guys what I was gonna give for number 5, but I went ahead and went with, and I know a lot of people will disagree with this one, but I'm going with the big timers here, the one that everybody's heard of. I was gonna go with 187. Classic. Everybody's heard of 187. But we have one movie that I consider Raza. Not exactly Mexicano Raza, but brown men still speak the language. And that is, number 5, we have Scarface. Hey, you know what I mean? All I have in this world is my balls and my word. And I don't break them for nobody. I don't think that there's a single homie in the hood that doesn't have owned a Scarface shirt, a Scarface poster, hasn't driven or striven to be like him, So at a solid number 5, come with all the basic rules of becoming a cocaine cowboy kingpin that everybody strive to be like. Of course, Scarface. Even though they're not Mexicanos, they were Cubanos. They were brown. They spoke the language. So even though the other movies were Mexicanos, I'm going to throw them in there with the Raza movies with number 5, Scarface. And like I said, that came in with a close tie with the movie 187, because that was also a great movie. Taking place with the kids going to school in in LA. So it was a tie between that. But Scarface is much bigger. You know, shout out to Al Pacino. And there you have it, guys. The top 5 biggest hood Raza movies of all time. You guys make sure you check them out. Make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that share. It's another video from Mike's World.